Alright guys, welcome back to Morroblivion. And where we left off last time, we were just about to go and visit the Dissident Priest.
My pleasure, really.
My pleasure, Lalacia. So we're gonna go visit the Dissident Priests, and hopefully learn a little bit more about the Morrowind prophecies and such. Or maybe the truth behind the whole deal. And find out exactly how the Dissident Priests feel about the Tribunal Temple. And see how it all fits together, hopefully. So, I'm through here. I've always found that tedious. Part where you have to go back inside to go back outside.
Yes.
Yes, yes. And then back outside. Oh, nice dusky dusk. Hello, Jonas. How do you pronounce it, Jonas? Helmet seems a little big on you, pal. So, we need to go tell the lady out here that we want to go fishing, is what Mara told us.
How are you?
I believe it was her.
Hello.
What's new with you?
I'm sorry to interrupt. Do I know you? Were you thinking you might want to go fishing? Exactly. I do want to go fishing. Right, you're the Outlander. My friend said you might want to go fishing. Yes, that is exactly what I want. I know a fine place. Excellent fishing. My friend, Maramelo, says it's her favorite fishing spot. You ready to go? Yes, let's do it. Let's go then. Loading. Hello, Vivrana. I'm Vivrana Aryan, a monk of Holamayan. The monastery is here on this island. Take the stone pathway north to the docks. The entrance is hidden by a magical shield. Wait or rest at the head of the path, and the portal will open at dusk and dawn only. Dusk and dawn are the magical twilight hours sacred to Azura. Miramela has told us of your coming. You can find her in the library with Master Borello. Later, I can arrange for your return to Vivek whenever you are ready. Okay, thank you very much. You know, this might qualify as a time. Come on. There we go. It's probably going to be too late by the time we get up there. I wasn't expecting... Oh, it's a rat. Little fucker. Damn it. He's kicking my ass. I need to refresh my memory what my hotkeys are because I'm not doing it right. Let's go ahead and the bone biter bow. Let's have a... You know what? Let's poison this fucker. Still so weak. Rats are whooping me. Where you at, dummy? Come on. There we go. Little fuck. Blighted rat. Okay, at least that makes some sense. I don't want your meat. Alright, so let's refresh my memory what my hotkeys are. Let's just go over here. So bow is 5-1. Health is 2. That's the one I was looking for. So 6 is a crossbow. No. 4 is crossbow. I cannot unequip this item right now. There we go. So 4 is crossbow. 5 is regular bow. 3 is Night Eye, 2 is Heal, 1 is Shock. Okay. Damn rats. Alright.
Hello. What's new with you?
May I help you?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know you. What do you want? Let's see. Services and hospitality. You're welcome to rest in our beds. Speak with the others here, and you may find there can be of service in various ways. And what about the Nerevarine? The Ashlanders have a prophecy that one day a reincarnation of the legendary hero Nerevar will unite the Dunmer against the invaders and restore the ancient Dark Elven nation. But the Tribunal Temple says this is a false and profane superstition, and the ordinaries deal mercilessly with those who profess such beliefs. Yes, I've heard all that before.
Speak your needs.
What do you got, bud? Boar meat. I want that. How much money do I have? I'm doing alright. Actually, before we do that, let's become
Can
real
I
good
interest
friends.
you in some of my...
Hey, this one.
All right.
Doesn't like to be admired. He likes coerce and joke, I think. Yeah, okay, he likes these two. So let's do that.
What a great story. What have... Don't... Sorry. I don't get it. Yes, yes. Not now. Not... What a... Really interesting. Sorry. Remark. Yes. Don't waste your flattery on me.
I shan't.
Well done. I don't... That's just stupid. Really interesting. No, not... What a dumb joke. I wish I could say that. No more. You're frightening. Don't... What a dumb joke. That's... Really. Don't try to manipulate me.
Too late.
Don't... You think that... What a great... I accept. I have no choice.
Alright.
That works for me.
Now let's part.
Looking for something in particular.
He's a novice. He likes me at 86%, so let's just bump it to 83. Boar meat. What kind of potions you got? Anything interesting? Not really. Ghoul heart. Cork bowl, that restores health. We'll have all of it.
You drive a hard bargain.
Salt rice. Scrib jerky spadel stick, yes. Drain intelligence, that's okay. And you sell other stuff too, huh? Do I have any junk to unload? Message from Dagoth error. I'll probably hold on to that. Black Death, Unduces Unhinging. Psychic Prison. That's pretty cool. Really should spend some time looking through all these. Spell Absorption. Reflect. Charm. I don't need that one.
That's a good deal.
Zansu Bounty's notes. Secret Kaldar Ledger. And you don't want anything else. Bargain Invisibility. Here, you can have that. Cheap Restore Strength. You know what? You can have all those too. No, wait. Never mind. I'll hold on to that. I don't need... I'm not going to be getting disease anytime soon. I'll hold on to one. Just in case I need to give it to somebody else. Cure poison. You have one of those.
You've made a good bit of gold.
Restore fatigue, restore health, rising force, resist fire, restore fatigue. 15 points, 48 seconds. 40 points for 5 seconds. Bunch of shields and a bunch of other stuff. Standard restore strength. And he likes me, so he'll buy it. So restore fatigue, you can have that. 10%. And you can have it. Fortify health. I never remember to use those. Corpus sweepings. You know what? Get rid of that. Muck. Yeah, you could definitely have that. Scam skin. Damage magicka. Alright, that's good enough for now.
A pleasure to serve you.
I have other business here besides just
Impressive.
trading with that
These
shaft.
blows suit you well.
Oh, thank you.
How are you today? Excellent.
So, Gil Esperella, he might be the head honcho here. Well, let's go with the Dissident Priests. A significant part of the temple hierarchy might be more inclined to accept and tolerate differences of opinion in dogma. But other parts of the temple, in particular the ordinators under Baral Sala, claim that the threat from Red Mountain and Dagoth-Ur can only be resisted with a unified, resolute faith. Okay, what about the Lost Prophecies? I have reviewed the Apocrypha, and have found 2 passages of particular interest. We made copies of these passages to give you. Thank you. Many are familiar with the 2 Nerevarine prophecies current among the Nashlanders called the Stranger and the 7 Visions. We have 2 other prophecies, the Lost Prophecy and the 7 Curses, that may offer additional insights into the riddle surrounding the coming of the Incarnate. We have also prepared a document for you called Kagranak's Tools. This document will explain to you and to others the terrible secret that the temple conceals about the history of the tribunal. It is to conceal this secret that the temple prosecutes an Nerevarine and the Dissident Priest. The persecution must stop. Persecution must stop. Yes. What Dagoth-Ur? So long as the Ordinators, Buoyant Arbigers, and Tribunal could contain the Blight and Dagoth-Ur's creatures within the Ghost Fence, faith in the temple's protective powers was strong. Oh, I lost the rest of that. But now travelers and settlements suffer from blight storms and marauding monsters, and the people fear the temple is losing its age-old battle with Dagoth-Ur. Okay, he gave me the Kagranak's Tool stuff. Now what about these Lost Prophecies? We have given you copies of Kagranak's Tools, the Lost Prophecy, and the 7 Curses. From what you tell me, you may now have the Lost Prophecies that wives, woman, Nabati Mesa asked you to seek. Aha. Perhaps you should share your knowledge with her. Okay. What about the Nerevarine? Our interest in the Nerevarine used to be a matter of principle, a willingness to consider the validity of mystical insights rejected by temple doctrine. Now, Dagoth-Ur grows stronger, with the Tribunal grows weaker, and the return of Saint Nerevar. Even if only reborn in spirit may be our best prospects of salvation. Okay, let's see. What about Nerevar himself? By the way, here are a few books from our library you might find of interest. Each gives a very different impression of Nerevar. Moon and Star, Saint Nerevar. Okay, now what about the Lost Prophecy? From 7th sign of 11th generation, neither hound nor guar, nor seed nor marrow, but dragon-born and far star marked. Outlander incarnate beneath Red Mountain, blessed guest, counters 7 curses, star-blessed hand, wields 3 cursed blade. Thrice cursed blade. I've annotated your copy of the Lost Prophecy with our best efforts at interpretation, but a rough summary might be: an Outlander, foreign-born but welcomed as a guest, confronts 7 curses beneath Red Mountain. His hand, blessed by Azura, uses a cursed blade to bring justice to House Dagoth, or House Dwemer, or both. The Nerevarine, an Outlander. 7 curses. The 7 curses reads as follows. Through the doors of the unmourned house, where scoffers scoff and schemers scheme. First curse, curse of fire. Second curse, curse of ash. Third curse, curse of flesh. Fourth curse, curse of ghosts. Fifth curse, curse of seed. Sixth curse, curse of despair. Seventh curse, curse of dreams. Your copy of the 7 curses bears our guesses at interpreting the verses. In short form, 7 curses come from House Dagoth, or House Dwemer, or both. Fire and ash come from Red Mountain. Flesh is corpus. Ghost, seed, and despair are unclear, but curse of dreams seems to refer to recent cases of soul sickness. Alright, sorry about that, I got interrupted. But I don't think we were quite done with you, were we? What about the 6th house? This is a new threat, and not yet widely recognized as another face of the Dagoth, or the devil Dagoth-Ur. But it is clearly a sign of a coming crisis. and the temple may no longer be able to protect Morrowind. In such troubled times, the Dunmer may turn to the ancient pillars of faith, the ancestors, and the Daedra, and especially to the prophetic visions granted by Lord Azura. Then they may look to the Nerevarine, Saint Nerevar Reborn, to lead them against the grim armies of Dagoth-Ur. And should I want to return to Vivec, Vivrana Arion, a monk at the docks outside, can arrange for travel back to Vivec. You can only enter or leave Holamayan at dusk and dawn. The entrance is sealed at all other hours. But please make yourself comfortable here, rest in our beds, and make good use of our services. You may read our books, but don't take them. Do not abuse our hospitality. Do not take personal items or alchemical apparatus or ingredients or other private property. Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
Under sun and sky, Outlander, we greet you warmly.
Very kind. Hello, Mara. I hope you have what you're looking for. Thank you again, and good luck. Is there anything I want to talk to you about? What about Caius? Caius has gone back to the Imperial City. He says he's been recalled. I wonder. I never know what he's thinking. I think he's involved in something secret, something dangerous. I was hoping you might help us. Now he's gone. I don't know what to think. Yeah, he's definitely involved in secret stuff. Well, do you have any advice for me? Valaka Trasso at the Aldrin Guild of Mages runs a little class for new arrivals in Vardenfell. And by the way, she is also happy to talk about her vocation as priest. Yeah, I think I met her.
I see this land suits you. We welcome you freely, Outlander.
Thank you very much, Mara. What's back here? Hello, Frocky. I don't know you. What do you want? Services and hospitality, little advice. I don't think... What's your trade? I'm a pilgrim. I search for enlightenment and hope to purify my soul through facing and overcoming the challenges of pilgrimages that reenact the tests and trials of God's saints and heroes. Gotcha.
Good day.
Good day, Frocky. Oh, we got quite a bit going on here. Terran. You train. What do you train in?
You have potential, Outlander. Are you here for training?
Not hand-to-hand, but thank you. Uh-huh.
You too. Well met.
Mibdinahaz. Okay, he has anything interesting to say.
Evening.
Good evening. You're a merchant, you do enchanting, and you recharge.
Let's do some business, shall we?
You got anything cool? Battle Axe of Souls, Longsword of Wariness. Valis Tower Shield. Well, he has a Chiding Cuirass. He has 3 of them. I don't think I need these scrolls right now. Thief of Virtue, and some junk. I wonder, do I have any just like rubbish to get rid of? Like bowls and what have you? No, I don't.
Move along, Outlander.
As you wish.
Yes.
Hello. I don't know you. What do you want? My trade, you are... I am a monk in mind and spirit. I'm a student of the hidden mysteries of the unseen world that lies beyond the objects and ideas of everyday life. In body, I'm a student of ancient martial arts, patterned in the rain of sand fighting styles of elsewhere. I pursue hand-to-hand and unarmored self-defense, because what you don't have, you cannot lose. I also train with blunt weapons called staves, because even the poorest peasant can own a staff. Okay. Good for you.
Farewell.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hi.
Goodbye.
How about a secret? What are the most dangerous places in Mormon? Well, probably the Ash Vampire Citadels inside the Ghost Fence on Red Mountain. But outside the Ghost Fence, I guess the Daedric Ruins would be the worst. They're all over the place and full of bad Drata and the crazy folks who summon them. I hear vampires are pretty bad too, but I've never seen any personally. And the Dwemer sites are pretty bad too. Okay.
Move along, Outlander.
Speak your needs.
Okay. Looks like I've talked to everybody. Might as well, any place to sit? There's some chairs in there. It's kind of crowded in there. I can't sit on these. Oh, I can sit on these pillows. Take a seat. It won't let me scroll around the other way, but that's okay. Back in. Let's look at some of this stuff this guy gave me. So we got Nerevar, Moon and Star, Kagernak's Tools, Saint Nerevar. Let's check this out. From a short temple pamphlet for Western readers. Okay, it is nice and short. Ages ago, Nerevar was the greatest Dunmer general, first counselor and companion of Vivek, Amalexia, and Sotasil. Those are the three gods of the tribunal, who, with the power of the great ring of the ancestors, one clan under Moon and Star, united the Dunmer houses to confront the evil Dwemer, the treacherous House Dagoth, and their western allies at Red Mountain. By providence, the faithless Dwemer were utterly destroyed and their allies defeated, but Nerevar, mortally wounded in combat with the traitor Dagoth was driven from Red Mountain. Nerevar died not long after of his wounds, but he lived to see the birth of the temple and to bless the unity of the Dunmer and to the safekeeping of Almsivi, the temple, and its communion of saints. Okay, so that's what the temple says, right? He gave me more stuff, didn't he? The real Nerevar. And we got 7 curses, 7 visions, stranger. The real Nerevar, BR. This Telvanni retainer's informal history of Nerevar lists no sources. BR. IMG. Okay, so I guess there's supposed to be a picture here or something. The Dunmer followed Veloth to Morrowind. They were many warring clans with no law or leader in common. One Dunmer warlord, Nerevar, had the ambition to rule all the Dunmer. In that time, House Dwemer were great enchanters, so Nerevar went in secret to a Dwemer smith and asked for an enchanted ring that would help him. The ring gave its wearer great powers of persuasion. For safety, it was enchanted to instantly kill anyone who wore it except Nerevar. The ring was called Moon and Star, and it helped Nerevar unite the various clans into the First Council. Later, however, disputes over religion divided the council, with House Dwemer and House Dagoth on one side, and the other houses on the other. Dwemer and Dagoth invited Orc and Nord clans as allies and held northwest Morrowind, while Nerevar mustered the other houses and nomad tribes and marched to meet Dwemer-Dagoth Westerner forces. The armies met at Red Mountain, a Dwemer stronghold. The Dwemer were defeated with great slaughter, and terrible sorceries were used, resulting in the utter extermination of House Dwemer, House Dagoth, and their allies. Nerevar was killed in the battle and his ring lost, but Nerevar's alliance survives in Morrowind's ruling political institution, the Grand Council. I do believe Jurgen Windcaller was at that battle, wasn't he? Leading the Nords. But that's an aside. Let's see. Which one next? The Lost Prophecy. I think that's the one we want to take back to Nibani Mesa. I think we've heard the 7 Curses, 7 Visions and the Stranger before. What was... We got this one here, Nerevar, Moon and Star. This is a selection from a series of monographs by various Imperial scholars on Ashlander legends. In ancient days, the deep elves and great hosts of outlanders from the west came to steal the land of the Dunmer. In that time, Nerevar was the great Khan and war leader of the House people. But he honored the ancient spirits and the tribal law and became as of one of us. Was a great Khan and war leader of the House people. So when Nerevar pledged upon his great ring of the ancestors, one clan under Moon and Star, to honor the ways of the spirits and rights of the land, all the tribes joined the House people to fight a great battle at Red Mountain. Though many Dunmer, tribesmen and housemen, died at Red Mountain, the Dwemer were defeated and their evil magics destroyed, and the outlanders driven from the land. But after this great victory, the power-hungry Khans of the great houses slew Nerevar in secret, and setting themselves up as gods, neglected Nerevar's promises to the tribes. But it is said that Nerevar will come again with his ring and cast down the false gods, and by the power of his ring will make good his promises to the tribes, to honor the spirits and drive the outsiders from the land. Okay, so this is from the Ashlander perspective. Interesting. Let's read Kragernak's Tools. Summarized from the Apocrypha by Gilvas Borello, Abbot of Holamayan, and various of the Dissident Priests. Beneath Red Mountain, Dwemer miners discovered a great magical stone. By diverse methods, Lord Kagernak, High Priest and Mage Crafter of the ancient Dwemer, determined that this magical stone was the heart of the god Lorcan, cast here in the Dawn era as a punishment for his mischief in creating the mortal world. Determined to use its divine powers to create a new god for the exclusive benefit of the Dwemer, Kagernak forged 3 great enchanted artifacts, which are called Kagernak's Tools. Wraithguard is an enchanted gauntlet to protect the wearer from destruction when tapping the heart's power. Sunder is an enchanted hammer to strike the heart and produce the exact volume and quantity of power desired. Keening is an enchanted blade that is used to flay and focus the power that rises from the heart. When Kagernak used these tools in the heart in the Battle of Red Mountain, no one knows what happened, but the Dwemer race disappeared entirely from the mortal world. Lord Nerevar and Lord Dagoth retrieved these tools and didn't know what to do with them. Nerevar asked Dagoth to guard the tools while he went to consult with his counselors, Vivek, Amalexia, and Sothasil. He left and spoke with his 3 counselors, and they decided to return together to Red Mountain to decide what to do. But while Nerevar was gone, Dagoth was tempted and confused by the powers of the tools. When Nerevar and his counselors arrived, he refused to give up the tools, claiming he had sworn to Nerevar to protect them. Then Dagoth fought with Nerevar and the counselors and was mortally wounded and driven off, and the tools were recovered. Then Nerevar and his counselors, again would be Vivek, Amalexia, and Sothasil, decided to take the tools for safekeeping. They all swore a great oath never to use the tools. But after Nerevar's death, Vivek, Amalexia, and Sothasil yielded to temptation. They took these tools themselves and went to Lorcan's heart buried beneath Red Mountain, and gave themselves divine powers. But Dagoth had not died. We don't know what happened, but this is what we believe. His experiments with Kragernak's tools had joined him to the heart's divine nature in some way, so that he learned to draw power directly from the heart. We conjecture that Dagoth-Ur, driven by anger and greed, used the heart without caution and restraint, and as a result he became a terribly powerful and terribly mad. But the tribunal showed great care and restraint in their use of the tools, so that they were not driven mad, and they did many good things. Nonetheless, the tribunal too appear to have been, I think is what that's supposed to say, read the powers by the heart's power, though more subtly. Kagernak's tools are cursed. Stealing power from the heart of a god is a terrible folly and fated to disaster. The tribunal is losing its battle to control the power of the heart. They are sustained by the same tainted power that drives Dagoth-Ur mad. They grow weak and cannot protect us from Dagoth-Ur. But even if they could, would we be wise to worship gods such as these? They conceal the truth from us out of shame. They persecute the Nerevarine and the Dissident Priests out of shame, when they should be welcoming them and enlisting their aid against Dagoth-Ur. The tribunal have done much good for Morrowind and the Dunmer, but they succumbed to the temptation of Kagernak's tools, and though these tools once may have seemed the instruments of salvation, now they must be seen as instruments of doom. Okay, read that. That's old. Real Nerevar read that. Lost Prophecy. From the Apocrypha of the Dissident Priest, annotated by Gilvas Borello, Abbot of Holamayan. From 7th sign of 11th generation, neither hound nor guar nor seed nor harrow. Harrow, not marrow, I guess. Or maybe that is supposed to be marrow. Whatever. But dragon-born and far-star marked, outlander incarnate beneath Red Mountain. Blessed guest counters 7 curses. Star-blessed hand wields thrice cursed blade to reap the harvest of the unmourned house. Notes, lined 1 to 3, of ancient family, but not of the 4 great Ashlander clans, born under foreign stars in the sign of the dragon, the imperial sign. Outlander Incarnate appears as a formal epithet, stressing the linkage between the words. The Outlander Incarnate is a blessed guest, one not born of the tribes, but accepted as a guest with rights of hearth and hospitality. Under Red Mountain, he will confront and balance against 7 curses. See the 7 curses prophecy. Also, Dagoth is served by his 7 kin, once great wizard lords called Ash Vampires by the Ashlanders. Starblast suggests Azura, the Daedra Lord and patron of magic, fate, and prophecy. Thrice Cursed Blade may refer to a weapon called Keening, associated in certain legends with the Battle of Red Mountain and Dwemer Craft Lord Kagranak. Reap the harvest is a reference to the proverb, you harvest from the seeds you plant, which means you get what your labor deserves in both a positive sense of reward and negative sense of punishment. The Unmourned House could be either both the lost great houses of the Dunmer, House Dwemer, and Dagoth. Either or both. Dwemer and Dagoth. Alright, well I guess the next step is to get back to Nibani Mesa. Alright. Well, this has been, well, I'm still sitting. This has been informative.
Quickly.
It is 8:30 p.m. Let's go get in bed. There's an orc. Is that, no, that's Fracky, isn't it? Yeah. Let's go ahead. Let's have some supper, then hit the sack. So I'll have some hound meat, some Quamacuddle. Do I want Luminous Rusilla? I want some salt rice. There we go. Double portion.
Farewell.
So it's 8:30. What time do you figure dawn is? Let's go for 7. Okay, 6:38.
Well met.
Well met. Saint Realm, Saint Rorus, Saint Saren, Saint Veloth.
I hear they're always looking. How are you today?
Erelar, Delin, Felms, Lothus, Vivek's Fury, interesting. Saint Maris, and Saint Nerevar. Yeah. Spirit of Nerevar. Shrine of Saint Olms. Can I get out? I can.